back. Hey, don't go looking like the ghost of Christmas past at this year's holiday party. Our next guest has been educating women on how to become their own makeup artists for years now. Here to show us flawless makeup tips that can have you looking gorgeous all day. Please welcome beauty expert Christi Harris, along with Craig. Hi. Oh, so there are people who will, every time I have a special event, go to a makeup artist, but a lot of us just don't have that time. So your philosophy is, let me teach you how to do the best with your makeup.
And it can be simple. We want to simplify women's life, but there are some essentials, and you know this in TV, that if you do not get rid of the areas that are the most frustrating, like the dark circles, or if you want to make your lips look larger, or you know, you want to put that eyeliner on, but oh, every time you do it, it messes up and it gets too thick. So there are some things that women must know.
Okay, so beauty basics.
So simple and easy.
All right, let's talk about some of the problem areas, especially, you know, when you put on your makeup early in the day and it starts to go bye-bye, goes south on you. Eyeshadow. How many of you have the problem with the eyeshadow that creases, or you start out, look, you walked out of the house looking good, you don't know what happened at lunchtime. Right?
Or the time that you spend to go back in and touch up. I mean, if you just do it right the first time, it can be really simple. Craig is putting on Eye Permastay, and basically it is a base that you want to put on, and even if you don't want to put on any eye makeup, you've got to get rid of the little, you know, the redness, the darkness, the broken capillaries, so it really looks smooth and just flawless. Flawless skin is what you want to get to before you ever put color on. You want to get rid of all that stuff we don't like.
A clean canvas.
Yes, you've got to do that, especially with eye makeup, or you won't be able to contour and you won't be able to highlight.
Okay, so by putting on this foundation here on the eye, basically, it can also stop things from creasing. And
and your makeup will stay on all day long. You never should ever have to touch up your
also,
makeup.
the thing a lot of people don't realize is when you look at your eyeshadow that you buy and then you put it on, it seems to be a completely different color. That's because you're kind of mixing it with the color of your skin. With this clean palette here, now you can get a truer sense of that eyeshadow.
And it's so much faster because then you get the blending color quickly and you don't have to correct it all the time.
All right, thicker looking eyelashes. There's various ways to do that, but if you're not doing the extensions or, you know, the latisse or things like that, you can do that with this simple trick.
Absolutely. A cake eyeliner, which many years ago we all knew about cake eyeliner and did that. But if a cake eyeliner has to be wet with the water, the brush has to be wet, and then the water makes it seep into the lashes and make it look thicker. But if you're using one in a wand that's already in a tube, it's going to go on real thick. And if you look at her lash, I mean, it doesn't even look like she has an eyeliner.
Well, yeah, because at first it was very obvious that she didn't have, it looked like she had no eyelashes really, and then once you put that eyeliner on, that
and immediately makes your lashes look thicker. Then you learn little tips of how to turn the eye up with your pencil and things like that. But just that alone, Deborah, you know, cleaning, making sure that the eye looks smooth and more rested and not red, and then the eyeliner, if it's just that one simple step. But there are some more that I think are very critical so that you really look good all day long.
Getting rid of the puffy eye, the redness, things like that under the eye. You mentioned that a little bit earlier. So the way you're doing this is with what?
Right now he's putting on Smile Smoother, and it's a yellow undertone. So if you want to cut any redness, you have to do it with a yellow undertone. And you just pat it in underneath the eye. And like, it depends on someone older, he would probably bring it on up. Because if we were going to get a facelift, we would lift everything like this, right? So you never want to put on anything straight across. So he's lifting that so that it gives you the illusion of lifting your face. Key on placement and blending.
The non-surgical facelift.
Absolutely. I call it my faux facelift. Anything faux I like if you don't have to do the real thing.
And then talk about just making sure that the colors are right, because sometimes we get the raccoon eye type of look. But so you don't want to go too light, but you also want to make sure.
You blend it down and then you just powder over that. I love using a yellow powder, because if you make a mistake, you know, when you're doing your makeup, you can just flip that brush with the yellow powder and it just immediately tones it down. You don't get too ashy. There's so many tricks to makeup that can just make it so much fun. I mean, you can tell I'm a little passionate about makeup. But when you get the results, you're just like, wow, I want to do this every day.
So you have that kind of the yellow toned there, and then you're putting something else on there now.
And then this is blue neutralizer. So you know where we always get this little dark blood vein right in here, and it really can make you look tired. And so you just, it's a blue. Blue is the opposite of a color, will, from orange. So basically, this is orange, but it's called blue neutralizer.
So you counter it. Is what
right,
you're doing.
and then you just cover it, and it will stay on all day. I mean, you will never have dark circles.
Okay, now let's make our
lips. Look at the difference.
Oh yeah. Let's make our lips look fuller, shall we?
Okay, no injections. You don't have to do that.
Okay, he's lining the lip right now.
Right.
So is the key to line outside or just inside of your lip?
Well, if you want to extend the lip, you want to extend it with a color that's the color of your lip, right? So it's like a skin color, not a pencil color.
Okay.
So he's extending it with lip extender. And see how light and white it is? And plus, it will fill in those little lines so that you won't get your lipstick to bleed. And then on the top lip, he'll make it a little bit larger. So if he were to use that with just a pencil, it would look like, you know, it was drawn on.
Yeah.
And then you take it off and you start over. So it does several things. You can extend the lip, even it out. Then he's going to go over with a pencil. And, you know, you do not have to have 4 pencils to go with every color lipstick. I use one.
Yeah.
You know, and it can blend really well into the lip extender. But he kind of goes underneath the lip extender. So can you see where you kind of see that lip extender above it? So it gives you the illusion of the larger lip. All these are what women do on the red carpet. It's all the makeup artist tips that you just have to be educated to know what to do.
Yeah, and it's quick. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time doing that.
I mean, look how natural that looks. We didn't do her eye makeup on this side because we wanted to show you just how elegant and beautiful it is without even adding the eye makeup.
Right, right.
You know,
and you
it
could
looks
even,
natural.
And the other side kind of could be day wear, but you could even go evening and you can go full on crazy if you want to.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're finishing up the lips there. The other thing I want to talk about before we wrap up, because you're like famous for this, is the eyebrow. A lot of us forget about that eyebrow, but it really does frame everything.
It's like a big house with a little roof if you don't have the right brow.
Yeah.
You know, we do no tweezing, no waxing, no threading, no planing. It's called precision brow planing. Because if you pull a hair out by the root, it may never come back. It may take one time or 50, but once. That's why women are walking around with no brows. My whole passion in life is to say brows for life.
Brows for life. And so hers are beautifully defined, but yet they don't look like they're fake.
Right. Well, you need to fill in your brow. Brows on the runway and the Fashion Week, all the brows were full. Well, what if you don't have any?
Right.
And I hear this all the time. Women will say, "Well, I don't have any brows, Christy. What can you do?" But you can fill them in. We fill them in without a brow, and just show you. We're really about teaching women how to take ownership and do things themselves. You don't need to go to the pros, and you just need to learn from the pros.
Yeah.
And then you have that drawer full of makeup you know what to do with.
That's exactly right. Or maybe you have a smaller drawer full of makeup because you don't have all those things you kept trying to buy to make it work. All right. Well, Christy, Craig, thank you very much, and thanks to our lovely volunteer here. For more tips, check out the Christi Harris Beauty Playground. I love that name. Christi Harris Beauty Playground at the Michael Kemper Salon. That's in Highland Village. Or just go to ChristiHarris.com. Log on to ChristiHarris.com. Plus, everyone in the studio audience, you're getting a free gift certificate for a makeup lesson. And for those of you at home, the first 25 callers will receive a complimentary lesson as well, so you can get yourself all doodadded up for the holidays. The number is 713-367-8555, 713-367-8555. Coming up, want to replace the dirty carpets and sofa before company comes? Don't toss it. Instead, save it. We'll show you how to make it look brand new again.
Most people living in Houston are not aware that there are over 60,000 preschool children living in poverty and are daily in need of food. Kids Meals, a Meals on Wheels program for preschool children, are serving these children daily. Directly to their homes, these meals are delivered. You can make a difference. Please send your donations and spend your time. Visit us at www.kidsmealshouston.org.
You can make a difference.